Michael.
And I'm Catherine.
And today we're having a little debate-yo.
A debate-yo-yo.
Mobile games.
AKA Android, iPhone, essentially.
Apps. So, you know, the dollar ones versus the handheld gaming. 3DS, PSP. Which one's better? Do you get more bang for your buck for the 99-cent game? Or do you guys really like to play the $30, $40 games? Are they better? Kat and I, we disagree on this. I don't like handheld gaming that much. I don't want to play like a console in-depth game on the go. I know it's great.
I love my PSP. I have the Darth Vader
But
one.
I get a tummy ache. I get motion sickness.
Oh, shit-boo-boo.
I like iPhone games, Android games where you can just play on the go. You don't have to get too involved or easy like Angry Birds. You can stop.
They have ones that are harder though. They have like RPG type things.
Right, they do have both, but at a cheaper price.
Crappy graphics, haven't taken the time to put amazing music. Have you heard the music of Ghosts of Sparta?
Yes.
Graphics are beautiful, the game is great, storyline's enjoyable.
Wait, with the Android iPhone, you're just listening to your own music, usually anyways.
My opinion for playing a game, I want the whole experience of that game. I want to feel like I'm in that game, in that moment. Like that's like doing like a crossword puzzle while listening to your music. It's a totally different vibe for me. I would prefer to get in it.
But I agree with you, I want to be in the game, but I can't do that on the go. I want to do it on a console.
I walk to work while I play my PS.
Well, I can't do that. Maybe that's the argument here. That's where we don't agree. I get distracted, like, you know, alarm goes off, car horns are going off and stuff. I'm on the subway. This weirdo looking at me.
And you're only on the subway for a few minutes.
Yeah, and he just pissed in the
mindless
corner, and like I can't pay attention to like what Kratos is doing. So I like the quick and easy, and the fact that it's cheaper, right? If the game's not good, it's not a big deal. It was $1. But if a game's not good on the PSP or the 3DS, that's $40, right?
Yeah.
It's a big deal. That's the rub for me.
But I think you're paying that money for a much higher quality game for a longer length of a game as well. If you suck at Angry Birds, sure, it'll be really long.
Well, it's a pretty long game. My point is, yes, those games are great, but should they be that expensive?
Obviously, it would be nicer if they could be a little bit cheaper, but I guess with the technology where it's at right now, that's as cheap as they can make it with still making a profit. Also, they have so many more people to pay. If for Angry Birds, like, there's a couple sound effects, which could have been made by one person, and then there's the graphics, the physics of the game and everything, which all could be done by 1 to, I don't know, 10 people. To make a game for a PSP, takes a fleet of people, takes offices of people and testers and this and that, like the Impossible Quiz, like it's a Flash game. It's great, it's a really cool app for sure, but it's so simple, so quick. And
Nova is pretty epic, a first-person shooter that you can get.
Okay.
Like there's some really epic, Mirror's Edge is a great adapt of the console game. Side-scroller, but still, EA did a really good job. Don't you find that some little app games you become more addicted to than the full-blown console games?
Definitely, I was addicted to Angry Birds for sure. But I mean, there are also some addictive games for the PSP.
The Nintendo 3DS, they have the SD cards, so maybe that will bring down the price because no longer will they have to make the little card.
Yeah.
You can download them, right?
And technically, I didn't say this, but you can get an emulator for your PSP, which allows you to play like every game ever on Super Nintendo. Plus, amazing games like Burnout and stuff.
You're all for the handheld games. I just prefer to spend my money on the console games, and then to have fun on the go, I buy these little dollar
casual
games.
little games.
These
Whereas
games.
I like to be hardcore a little bit.
You're hardcore.
I like to be a little more extra.
The question is, what do you guys prefer? Do you have the PSP? Do you have the Nintendo 3DS? Or do you just get a little app on your Android or iPhone and that's your mobile gaming? Please comment below.
We're curious to know.
Please subscribe. I'm actually scared of that.
Yes, it is a little scary.
That one's scary. Yeah.
That's the thing, I do.
Jay, your point of view is you're all for the handheld gamings. You're all for the handheld games.